please allow me to bring to you Mr. Enos Salema. Please give a round out of applause for him. Jamani, karibu sana
Thank you, thank you,
leader.
thank you. Thank
Great.
you so much, Pauline. I truly appreciate. Good evening, everybody. I hope we are all great and fantastic and ready for the meeting. And wow, it's amazing. We are almost 150 people. That shows that we are definitely hungry, and it's a beautiful Sunday evening. And I was wondering, should I do this meeting with my T-shirt or should I go upstairs and change and put something more formal? And then I realized, no, it's a Sunday evening. And as much as it's a serious business meeting, I bet most of you are also on T-shirts. Some of you are even with nothing, just covered yourself on your bed sheets. That I'm sure. And if you're with nothing, just to be safe, make sure you switch your camera off. So, wow, thank you, Pauline, for that lovely, lovely introduction. And I am super excited and happy. And at the same time, I'm honored. At the same time, I'm honored. And at the same time, I have the feeling inside of me of the responsibility that I have this evening. You know, for some of you, this might be just another meeting. And for some of you, this might be the meeting. This might be the hour that will completely not change your life. I don't want to be over ambitious here and tell you that you can change your life by just attending this meeting. But one thing for sure that can change from just attending this meeting is the direction. The direction of your life can totally change. And I love the fact that Pauline started by reminding us 2025, we want to grow. And I want to take this moment to warmly welcome all the guests that are in this meeting. I know we've got people in this meeting that are already familiar with what we are doing. We are probably already working with them. Some of them are really crushing it right now. You're going to hear some of their stories, by the way. And then I also know we have got people that maybe they have a little bit of an idea of what we are doing, but they don't have the concrete information. And some of you, maybe you have no idea, what you're getting yourself into, what's going to be shared this evening. And all in all, the fact that you have showed up, it means that you are open-minded. And if you're open-minded, then it's only fair for you to get the concrete information about what we do so that you can see how you can actually utilize this information that we are going to share this evening. Someone said they can't hear anything. Can you hear me, people? Can you confirm if I'm audible? Please, someone confirm if I'm audible.
Just yes, you are, my leader. Yes, you are.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that confirmation. Because if I wasn't audible, then maybe some of you might have thought I was speaking in signs. Yeah, so this evening, we are going to have an amazing time together, and I can see the number going up and up. We're on 250 something. We're probably going to reach 300 plus by the time the meeting is really on fire. And we have all gathered here this evening from all over the world. I'm in Tanzania, and just to let you know, that nice background you're seeing is not my real home. Okay, that's not my home. That's just a virtual background. And that's the beauty of technology, by the way. I mean, we can utilize technology to our liking. And here I am in Dar es Salaam, and I'm speaking to, almost 300 people right now, I can say from all over Africa, which is simply amazing. The power of technology. I'm in my shorts, guys. I'm in my shorts, I'm in my t-shirt, and I'm here to talk about a serious business proposition, a serious business opportunity that has transformed my life and has transformed the lives of so many other people. And we are all here because of one major reason. We want to do something more with our lives. And I got this quote that we only have about 90,000 hours to work in our lifetime. Like putting aside the time that you're going to sleep, all right? Putting aside the time you'll be eating and doing all the blah, blah things, you only have about 90,000 hours in your lifetime to work. Only about 90,000 hours. And we have to make these 90,000 hours worth it. And some waste a big part of these 90,000 hours. Some they don't waste, they just use it but they don't maximize it. And we want to show you how you can start to maximize these 90,000 hours so that they can take you to the life that you want. How you can now starting to value 1 hour of your life, because at the end of the day, everybody that you meet out there is looking for one of these three things, which will come to the final fourth thing, which is happiness. Everybody's looking for either comfort, security, or freedom. And I want to shift the mindset here a little bit. You know, the title of this meeting, the poster that was put there is Path to Financial Freedom. Path to Financial Freedom. And talking about financial freedom, you know, I want to talk about finances in the lines of comfort, security, and also in the line of freedom, how that can also lead you to having that true happiness. Now, most people, they work just enough to be comfortable. And what do I mean by being comfortable? Being comfortable for me is simply being able to manage your bills, being able to manage your responsibilities, being able to manage those necessities in your life. And most people today, once they get to a point whereby they can manage their bills, they can manage the fees, they can manage the rent, they can manage fuel for their car, you know, they get complacent at that point. They don't want to push harder. If they hear there's an opportunity, they might go listen to that opportunity, but at the back of their mind, they don't want to be disturbed because they're already feeling comfortable. And I can tell you, comfort is sometimes the enemy to greatness, it's the enemy to freedom, it's the enemy to you really living the life of your dreams. It all starts with you agreeing to saying, you know what, I'm going to end at comfort level. And here's the challenge, amazing people. Most people, they are comfortable today, but they've not realized that they are actually living a very, very risky life. Why do I say they live a very risky life? Most people are comfortable today, and yet they depend on one income. They are comfortable today, and they depend on a salary. I mean, we have seen companies letting people go. We have seen organizations close down, and people who are comfortable all of a sudden, in a blink of an eye, everything has changed for them. We've even seen business people that are comfortable with one income. And why? Why do they settle at that level? Because their mindset cannot allow them to think beyond going beyond comfort. Now, in order for us to really attain financial freedom, as the title of the poster says, we have to go with step by step. And the first step is move from just thinking about comfort and then think about security. How can I have security financial? And I'm talking about financial here. I'm not talking about you going to take martial arts training so that you can beat the hell of people who come close to you. No, I'm talking about financial security. What do you need to do in order for you to sleep better at night, knowing that, you know what, if something goes wrong, because sometimes things go wrong. If something goes wrong, here is my buffer, you know, I have somewhere that I can lean on if something goes wrong. Most people, not most people, let me say many people, they don't have what we call an emergency fund. And we can't start chasing financial freedom without first having the security. Because if you're chasing financial freedom, you might be putting aside money for investment so that you can attain your financial freedom. And then an emergency comes and it takes away everything that you were putting aside. All that saving goes away in a blink. Now, you need to ask yourself right now, my fellow entrepreneurs in here and aspiring entrepreneurs, do you have an emergency fund? Do you have money put aside? And that emergency fund should be at least 3 to 6 times your expenses on a monthly basis. To be in the safer side, make it at least 6 times. 6 times. Let me tell you a story here. I'm someone that is, I do business and I've been doing business for so long, but I think I'm not a big risk taker. I'm not. Because 2007, I started a business, which I'm doing today, and it has expanded. It is marvelous. It is big. It's fantastic. 2007 is when I started. That's 18 years ago. Yeah. And back then, I was still a university student on my final year, you know, just doing here and there businesses, trying to make, you know, ends meet here and there. And then I graduated and then I went to work. I got a job, a good job, but I was not satisfied with the salary. And I said, no, I must build a business. You know, and when I was building the business part-time, at that point, the funny thing is, I didn't like, I think I liked I didn't hate it, but I can say I liked my job. It was an okay job. And then the salary was not enough. And I said, okay, let me build a business on the side to simply supplement my income. I wasn't building the business at that point with the ambition of saying this business will one day grow and become my main career. No, it wasn't like that. It was just to supplement my income. Now, it got to a point where the business started earning me way more than my salary. It got to a point where the business which I was doing part-time, and I'll tell you more about what I did, how exactly I did it. 2 hours a day I was putting into the business. And someone is saying network is cutting. Guys, if you're not hearing me very well, please, more of you should put it on the comments so that I know if it's a general thing or if it's someone on their side. All right, thank you. So I was doing business part-time, 2 hours a day, and I started making a lot more than my salary. I did not resign. My business income equaled my salary. I didn't resign. I started making twice my salary. I didn't resign. 3 times my salary. I didn't resign. I did not resign. I came to resign when I started making 10 times my salary. Crazy, right? Few people would hold on until when it's 10 times their salary. And before resigning, this is what I did. Before resigning, I look at my salary, which was pretty small, guys. If I'm to put it in US dollars, for Tanzanian shillings, like itano, 500,000 US dollars, maybe about $200 a month. So I had put aside 6 months of my salary, 6 months worth of my salary. I put aside, saved it in the bank, and then I resigned. So when I resigned like, you know, happily, confidently, no worries. Security is important. So I want to challenge everybody here. Do you have money put aside for your security, for your emergency? Do you have that one? And someone might tell me, Enos, where will I get the extra money to put aside? I mean, the money I'm making is barely enough to make me survive. Where will I get? That's why we are in this meeting. We want to show you how you can start injecting 30 minutes, 1 hour of your day, 30 minutes to 1 hour of your day, so that you can start to build this new income. And when you're building this new income, please, please, please use that new income to drive you to financial freedom. And there is no financial freedom if first you don't have the emergency fund. So hence the need of you having multiple sources of income. Now, once you have security, we can start talking freedom. Now, let me tell you something, leaders. It's very difficult to believe in freedom if you don't have security. I'm talking about financial freedom here. I'm not talking about freedom, the normal freedom. And it's even difficult to think about emergency funds when you're not comfortable. So if right now you're at a point in your life whereby meeting your needs, like just meeting your needs, like your bills, your school tuition fees, or for your kids, or rent, if just meeting those is a challenge, then maybe if I start talking to you about financial freedom, it feels like that is something too far. And you might feel like, I don't even need that, Enos. I just want to be able to handle my stuff, you know, comfortably. You might think that should be the goal, but I want to tell you that should not be the goal. The goal should be to get to financial freedom. Now, you cannot have financial freedom if your income 100 depends on you. Let me say that again slowly. You cannot have financial freedom if your income depends on you 100%. No matter how much money you're making, you are not financially free until when you can earn without you having to work. I'm not saying we should be lazy and start planning how to not work in the future, but I'm talking about you designing your life financially. You designing your life financially in a way that it gets to a point whereby whether you're working or you're not working, money keeps flowing to you. If you think about that, I mean, if you really, really think about it, it's one of the most exciting positions to be at. And the saddest thing is very few people will ever get to experience that. Very few people. And then some will get to experience that on their last few years of their lives. And few who are lucky, they'll get to experience that for years. And they get to live an amazing life. And here we are, me and you. Here we are, me and you. We now have an opportunity to start designing our financial freedom. We have that opportunity right now. And if you think about financial freedom, let me not kid you, the only way you can have financial freedom is if you have the right business. I'm putting it under quotes, the right business, because just having a business is not enough. And secondly, you need to have investments. There's got to be those two. And you need to make sure that the money which is coming from your investments, all right, can feed your comfort lifestyle and also can feed your security lifestyle, not just your comfort, your security lifestyle. And this income we're talking about, it has to be residual. Residual meaning it can come in without you having to put the effort. You know, the kind of income whereby you put the effort today and you keep reaping the rewards of the effort you had put in the past throughout your lifetime. And I'll give a good example. If you write a book, you write it probably once and you'll keep earning from the sales of the book. If you are a musician, you do a nice hit song, you do one hit song, you know, it's put all over, you keep getting money. Now, most of you listening to me, you'll never do that hit song. Most of you listening to me right now, you're not Diamond Platinum, you're not Acorn, you know, so you're not gonna be able to earn that way when we talk about residual income. But then how can you do it? You can start to have investments. You can start to build your investment portfolio. And if I am to advise, because I'm someone who is always driven by a good balance of being aggressive and also having security, like doing something which has got a less risk and especially and at the same time going aggressive. And I believe in diversification when it comes to your investments. If you are to do real estate investments, of course, they're super important. You know, get on real estate. And if you are to own properties that are high end, own properties also that are low and medium end as well. You know, go all out so that at any point in time, no matter the market, no matter the country's economy, you know some of your investments will still be earning you. You have to diversify to some of the paper assets, shares, stocks. You need to buy them, you know, get into those because they give you an opportunity to start earning without you having to work. And me talking about these things today, you know, it's like, it's never too late. That's what I want to say. It's never too late because I think I really came to understand about residual income and I really came to look at the opportunities of investing in, let's say, stocks and shares or mutual funds. And if these things are Chinese to you, don't worry. We normally run special sessions on simply financial literacy. You'll get to attend them. But if you're like me, 3-4 years ago, I didn't know about these things. Most of the massive investments we started to make, with the exception of buying land. Buying land, I think we know it from the time we are kids. Everybody knows buying land is a good idea, yeah? But when it comes to investing in other areas, you know, I came to invest later, as we started like 3 years ago. That's when we started investing in other areas apart from real estate. And we started to invest in stocks and shares. And we were looking at our numbers. I mean, the level of investments that we have done for the past 3 years is just crazy. And I'm saying that not to say we are amazing. Whenever I say we, it's me and my wife because we do this business together and we run our lives together that way. And when I look at the numbers and the figures, it's just crazy amazing. I mean, I never thought that in 3 years, we have invested maybe probably, if I'm to put in US dollars, in just one area of shares and stocks, maybe somewhere around 250,000 US dollars. And that has made us, you know, now we'll be earning, you know, every year we'll be earning dividends without us having to work. And the question now comes, Enos, where do I get that money to invest? Where do I get that money to invest? Because if right now you don't have excess, then when I'm talking about investing to you, you are probably saying, Enos, calm down. Don't talk to me about investments. First, tell me, how am I going to get out of debts right now? I'm suffering right now. I'm sinking in debts. I mean, when it comes to paying school fees for my kids, it's a headache, Enos. Don't tell me about investments. Maybe right now you're going through a challenge. It could be someone in the family is unwell and like, Enos, you don't talk to me about financial freedom. You know what, Enos? Right now, we are fundraising for someone in the family. You know, every penny that I get is going, I have nothing excess to invest. I have nothing left. Maybe that's where you are right now. And if that's where you are right now, take that as a massive wake-up call. Take that as a wake-up call. Take that as a wake-up call. Because if you don't take that as a wake-up call, you have subconsciously, without you knowing, you have actually had and decided to say, you know what, I'm going to hold on to that position. You know, I've decided I will remain in that position. I've decided I will be always struggling. No, you need to make that as a wake-up call. And if that is a wake-up call to you, then let's talk. Guys, my fellow people here, you know, now we are like 500 people right now. Amazing. 500 people right now. And I probably don't know 90% of you, and probably 90% of you don't know me maybe. And I'm just some guy on the other side. And I want to tell you, let's talk serious business right now, because the subject of money is serious. To me, it's very serious. I'm a husband and I'm a father of 3. So when it comes to money, I don't joke around money. I take it very seriously. And I wanna invite you to an opportunity for you to start changing your thinking towards the possibilities of you, first and foremost, getting to that comfort, and then upgrading to a secured financial position. And then we go to the third level, which is financial freedom. And that will lead you to happiness. And I'm not saying money will make you happy. I don't know why people say money will not make you happy. I don't know if lack of money makes someone happy. Me, I don't know. I don't want to find out. I don't want to find out. But I invite you to find out if money can make you happy or not happy. That one I can invite you to find out. So if we talk about getting to the level whereby we have financial freedom, there is a change of mindset that is required. There is a delayed gratification that is required, because we'll introduce you to an opportunity today, and maybe the amount of investment that will be needed will be an investment that you can get. Maybe the kind of investment that will be needed for you to be on this opportunity will be the kind of money that you can get, the kind of money that you sometimes use to go and buy something that you even forget about a week or so. But the only way you'll do that is if you start shifting your mindset. And if you talk about shifting your mindset, I'm constantly going back to investments. And I was reading a book years ago when my business started to go well, and I got to a point where I said, okay, we're making a fairly good amount of money, and we have excess money. We want to start investing that money. We don't want to waste it all. We don't want to be extravagant. You know, we don't want to show off with all, you know what I mean? I was young back then. I'm talking about maybe 10, 15 years ago. I was in my 30s, if not late 20s. You know, I could have been extravagant. So I started to wonder, where can I invest my money? And then I bought a book. I bought a book by Robert Kiyosaki called Guide to Investing. And I was so, you know, like intrigued to know, what is Robert Kiyosaki going to advise me about investing? And then I started reading that book. And on reading that book, look at the title, What the Rich Invest in That the Poor and the Middle Class Do Not. I saw that and I'm like, yep. First of all, I considered myself rich. And I want to know what my fellow rich people are investing in. And then I started reading the book. I was looking for hacks. Like, Enos, if you want to invest, buy this, sell this. I was looking for that. And then, to my surprise, Robert Kiyosaki said the best investment is to build a business. Like, the best investment for you, the best investment you can ever do for yourself is to actually build a business. You know? Now, when you think about it that way, you know, it made me transform my thinking from looking outside my business, looking for things that I can put my money in outside my business, into, hey, Enos, look at your business. Can you transform it into a powerful investment? Can you transform your business to be at a point whereby it can earn you money without you having to be there 100%? Can you do that? Do you have right now, Enos, a business that has the potential to become that? Because I can tell you, most businesses out there, unfortunately, they can never scale to a point whereby they can become an asset which can get you to financial freedom. They can never become that, because most businesses, the bigger they grow, the more they need you there. Once you turn your head the other way, you have lost your profits. You know, people steal, people do a lot of things. So I was asking myself, where can I find a business that can actually put me in a position whereby I can call my business an investment? I can have a residual income from my business. And I'm privileged and I'm happy and I thank God. And I'm honored. And also I mentioned, I also feel a responsibility. I'm tasked. This is like my purpose and my calling. I'm tasked now that I have to make sure this business that has transformed my life and the lives of so many other people, I need to share this business with as many people as possible. I need to get this information to as many people as possible. And out of those many, I don't know who will see it. You know, I don't know who will catch the vision. Those that will, God bless you. You're going to have a ride of your life. The business that I can count on, the business that I can invite you to count on and to understand in details is a business that is coming under the umbrella of Forever Living Products. And before I go into the details, most of the times when I mention the company Forever Living Products, we have been there for 47 years right now. 47 years is a long time. And whenever I mention Forever, I know the people that I meet, different people that some they tell me, Enos, Forever has been there globally, 47 years. Is it still an opportunity today? So we have people that look at Forever and they like it and they appreciate it, but they wonder if they start working with Forever right now, will it still be an opportunity for them, or maybe it's too late? Maybe this is a ship that has left the harbor a long time ago, and the only thing you can do is to admire it from afar, but you'll never get on it. Maybe we have some of you right now that are thinking that way. And sometimes I meet people that say, Enos, I've never really gotten an opportunity to understand this business in details. And if you're one of them, tonight, you'll get to understand it. And after tonight, you will go and make a decision if this is something that can work for you or not. And then I sometimes meet people that have met Forever, but they've seen someone doing it and failing at it. And I can assure you, not everybody that starts this business becomes successful. Not everybody. And maybe that might be scaring you, but let me assure you, everything else in life, there's always someone who fails at it. And everything else in life, there's someone who has succeeded on it and can show you how you can also succeed. And you will pick You'll pick who you want to listen to, and whoever you listen to, you're going to look like them after some time. You will pick whoever that you want to listen to. When I talk about Forever, sometimes I meet people who look at us who are doing Forever and they feel like they cannot do what we are doing. Maybe we intimidate them. Honestly, sometimes we intimidate them. I met someone, and that person told me, Enos, I love what you do, but I don't think I can do what you do. I don't think I can talk to people confidently like the way you talk to them. I don't think I have it in me. Maybe this is not my kind of a business. They have those questions, and maybe you are here and at this point, you are starting to close your mind and your heart like, okay, this business, I cannot do it. I know it can work, but maybe it cannot work for me. I cannot do it. I understand that. And that's why we are here. We'll show you the possibilities, and we'll show you why up to this point, we can still tell you this is definitely the best business for you to get into, because there's never been a time like today where people need better health and where people need an extra income. Right now, stress is rising. Health challenges are on the roof. Financial pressure. And some of this financial pressure is of our own making. I'm telling you, sometimes we want to be like the people we see online. We want to be like our neighbors. There's something called keeping up with the Johnsons. Maybe we are creating that ourselves, but also without a doubt, guys, without a doubt, we are living in a world right now where flexibility is the game. People want to have more ownership of their life. People want to be able to not just be lazy, but to have the flexibility of waking up the time they want to wake up. And I'll tell you, one of the things that I really love about what we do, for me, is the flexibility. I work hard and I even work long hours, but I love the flexibility. It means I can wake up in the morning and say, you know what, today I'm not leaving home. I'm going to do everything at home. Let me tell you, on Friday. I think, yeah, this Friday. This Friday, I woke up and I said, I'm not leaving home. If it's not Friday, maybe it's Thursday. So I took my kids to school, right? After I took my kids to school, I went to the gym. I worked out a little bit. When you're over 40, you need to work out a little bit. Otherwise, you look 50 after 2 years. And then I went home. I worked the business all the way until somewhere afternoon, 1 or 2 p.m. Then I went to pick my daughter, brought her home. She came home and I had a little bit of fun with her, 20, 30 minutes. And then I put her to sleep and then she slept. And then somewhere around 2:33 p.m., I'm back on my business at home. I worked the business all the way up to about 6 something. And then my older kids came back home. We had a little bit of fun there. I watched them, having some fun outside, And then I brought them back inside, took them to bed. They slept. Then after 8 p.m., I went back to business. I love the flexibility. And I can tell you, today, people are looking for that flexibility. Parents, if you're a parent like me, I'm sure, my fellow parents in here, I'm sure you want to be able, yes, to have the financial freedom, but not at the expense of you being close to your children. So people are looking for meaningful income streams. And the good thing about what we do is you do not have to quit what you are doing. If it's a job, you're going to keep it. You don't have to quit anything. So yes, I can tell you, Forever Living Products was, is, and still is the perfect opportunity. And I look at these 3 main reasons. Number 1, when you work with Forever, you have access to high quality products. Number 2, you have access to a massive market, a global market. And then number 3, we give you a platform that you can use the products that Forever makes and access this market so that you can use it to build your business. Because if you're thinking about building a business, a big business, you should either be offering a certain service or you should be selling something. And when you talk about selling something, a lot of things should come in your mind. Number 1, am I going to focus on selling cheap stuff so that I can sell to so many people? Or am I going to be focusing on selling high quality stuff so that I can have repeat customers? In that way, I just need a few customers. I take care of them. They become my customers that come in every time they're out of their products because of the quality of the products. Now, if I look at the products we have, and I'm going to go deeper to them later on, if I look at the market potential, I'll show you the industries that Forever has focused on, massive, guys. And I look now at the platform, Forever, what really Forever is. On the surface, you know what Forever is on the surface? A company that makes products and people buy and sell those products. That's what Forever is on the surface. But what Forever is in reality is not that. Forever is a community of entrepreneurs. Forever is a global family. So you joining the business, you immediately access a community all over the world. You are immediately part of people that are going to inspire you, people that are going to challenge you as well. Trust me, we'll share some testimonies tonight, and some of those testimonies are going to challenge you, but also you'll be part of a community that's going to celebrate you. Isn't that amazing? When you achieve success and people are celebrating you, it feels good and it makes you fall in love with becoming successful. Some communities, people even fear success because people will be looking at them with that evil eye. You know that evil eye? And you even fear. Sometimes you buy a car and you can't even go to certain relatives, you fear, like, what will these people think, When you talk about community for us, it's not just about hype or blah, 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 or motivation. No, we are talking about you having access to coaches and mentors that are going to give you skills that they've used to build a successful business. Last year, we had the owner in Tanzania to receive this amazing lady. She's coming from Japan. She joined Forever in 2013, and in 10 years, she grew to become number 1, not just in Japan, number 1 in the whole world. Can you imagine? Forever started 1978. She joined 2013. I joined 2007. So when she was joining, I was already 6 years in the business. Get that? 2013, and sometimes I meet people and tell me, Enos, you're successful because you joined early. Come on. I have someone that joined 6 years after me, and that person has beaten everybody in the whole world, even those that joined in 1980. Think about that. So the story, the key here is this lady called Honami. She came to Tanzania and she spent 2 days with us, 2 amazing days with us, training us, opening her whole entire system that she's using to build the business. That's the community that you'll be part of. So it's not just a community that will be dancing with you. No, no, no. It's a community that's going to transfer skills and knowledge to you, skills and knowledge that you can definitely use to also achieve success in your business. But again, if you think about success, success requires you to be around people that are going to inspire you, people that are going to hold your hand when things are tough. And we have seen people achieving extraordinary things. Let me tell you about this lady from Namibia. She joined the business, I think now maybe 3-4 years ago, probably, if my memory is correct. And within our first year in the business, she did wonders. From Namibia, a humble nurse, she was a nurse. And from that humble beginning, and she met forever because she was suffering, she got COVID, unfortunately, and then she was given the products, and the products worked amazingly for her. And that made her feel, okay, these products can work. So then I can build a business with these products. And she went on and built a massive business. In about 1 year or so, she went to become number 23 in the whole of the Southern Africa region. Now, this is not a story of this lady only. No, this is not about Mariana. This is you understanding that you being in forever, you'll be around such people that are going to show you how you can pass through storms and, grow into levels that you never thought possible. And if she can do it, you can definitely do it. She has gone on to become super successful now financially in Namibia, owning her beautiful apartment in Windhoek at the center of it all. And you know what? I got an opportunity to visit Namibia last year, and I sat on those couches. I was there, I got to see the apartment, and that's something amazing about what we do, is everything that we talk about, one day you will get to feel it with your own hands. And I was there with that lady called Tangi, who is also a few years in the business from Namibia. And right now, she's one of the most successful and fastest growing business that we have in Namibia. Totally, totally amazing. So yes, we invite you to be part of this community. When you're saying, I want to be successful, I want to remind you, it's difficult to be successful if you're all alone. They say achieving success is a lonely journey. Well, I can tell you, that's a tough journey if you're all alone. But if you have people around you that are going to inspire you, if you have people around you that will continue to show you the way, it makes the journey to be a little bit easier. So my dear brothers and sisters, we invite you to be part of this community. We invite you to be part of this global family that will definitely speak to your heart. A global family that is going to inspire you, a global family that is going to challenge you, that is going to celebrate you. And above all, a global family that is ready to hold your hand and walk with you until you get to your goals and to your dreams. What else do we offer in Forever apart from the community? We give you an opportunity to experience what I call complete wellness. Mental, physical, spiritual, and also intellectual, complete wellness. And if I'm to talk about physical, because if you are healthy, you can mention 1,000 problems about your life if you're healthy though. But if you're sick on bed, you only have one problem. You can have 1 million goals, 1 million things you want to do for yourself. But if you're sick on bed, there will be only one thing that you want to see happening, for you to be out of that bed. And Forever gives you access to high quality products that are going to help you experience true, really having that energy and being healthy to its totally level. I mean, using the supplements that we have, you'll get to experience the benefits. You'll get to access these products. You'll use products that are also going to make you look good as well. We are all going to age, but you can slow down the aging process, because sometimes is what we do that speeds up that aging process. So Forever will give you access to products that are definitely going to impact your life. And personally, I've gotten an opportunity to experience the benefits of these products. And if I look at what Forever offers, if I look on the part of the nutrition, because right now we are challenged, highly challenged right now. most of the diseases that we are suffering from right now, most of the people we are losing in our lives are because of the non-communicable diseases. And me and you, each and every day, what we do, what we eat each and every day is either getting us closer to the same challenges or it's getting us away from those challenges. And I can share a story, two stories actually, one about my mother and another one about my wife. Two very important women in my life. You can definitely be assured of that. So my mom, was a strong African woman, very, very seriously overweight, obese, I can say. And she developed problems with her knees. When you're overweight, the fluid in the knees dries out very quickly. And when we joined Forever, she was actually one of those people that was really against Forever. And the good thing is we decided to still do it, and we did it. And we introduced that to the products. She used the products, and she managed to completely recover from that. I mean, she got to a point where when we go to church, if she sits down, when it's time to stand up, you have to kind of help her out a little bit. And she got to a point where she could start running around by just using the product. So we've got powerful products for your joints health. My wife had a different challenge. My wife had a challenge called PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, which is a hormonal challenge that makes it difficult for someone to conceive. So when we got married, our first 4 years in marriage, we could not have any children because of the challenge. And when we got to a point where we said, okay, now we are ready, now we want to start a family. So for us, it wasn't like 1, 2, 3, no. We had to come and use these products. Professionally, she's a medical doctor, and she knew the challenge that she's having. The solution is not in the hospital. Guys, some of the challenges that we have, there is no solution in the hospital. You just need to feed your body with the right things. And we use the products, fertility packages, and we used them for 2 months. And I still remember that morning. I still remember it like yesterday, guys. I'm waking up and my wife has been standing beside my bed. Imagine you're waking up and you have your wife like looking at you, waiting for you to wake up. And you wake up, you see her there, you look at the expression, say, okay, at least she's smiling, there's good news, no bad news. And she gave me the good news that finally she conceived. So we got our firstborn, and our secondborn came by surprise because we didn't know that the problem has completely been taken care of by the products. And now we're blessed with 3 amazing, amazing children. And I really thank God Forever. I really thank God for Forever. These products has been just amazing, guys. They've really, really helped us. And that's why I tell people, for me, if you ask me what Forever has given me, it has given me everything, including my wife. Too bad for us, we are online. You can't even know if your future wife or husband is in this meeting or not. But I met my wife on a meeting, guys. Can you imagine? So literally everything I could get. So you will get access to high quality skincare products. For those who are into fitness, you need to support your body. Whenever you go to exercise, you lose minerals. Yes, it's important, but you lose minerals. I mean, you need to now supplement your body with the right nutrition. So we've got products. Now, the third thing that Forever offers, which probably you'll know and see, is the opportunity now for you to generate that extra stream of income. And I don't know if I need to re-emphasize the importance of that, but I want to tell you, whether you need an extra income today because you need to get your life in order, or maybe your life is okay and you feel like, no, I need to add more security, or maybe even security, you are fine, financially secured, fantastic, but maybe you need to now look at your freedom. Do you have financial freedom? Now, Forever will help you to achieve that. Now, if you are to build a business that can get you to financial freedom, you better be leaning on a business that is dependable. And what gives me the confidence to talk to people about Forever is the fact that I know I'm introducing you to something that has been there for 47 years, since 1978. That's where we started, in the beautiful, amazing Scottsdale, Arizona, USA. That's where we started. And we specialize, and we are the #1 growers and manufacturers of aloe vera products all over the world. We are #1. We have massive plantations in Texas and the Dominican Republic. And this year, February, We had an amazing time. We got an opportunity to visit the aloe vera plantations in Dominican Republic. And guys, do you know what I mean when I say you get into the plantation and whatever side you turn around, you cannot see the end. It's just aloe vera all over. Over 50 million plants that are there. And it was amazing, guys. It was me and my wife. This is me and my wife. This was a fully paid trip. Only 165 people from the millions of people around the world qualified to go for that trip. And this is Veronica Kundia together with her husband. These were the representatives from Tanzania. Let me brag a little bit about my country here, guys, So it was amazing. And we met over 100 other people from different countries. And the event was beyond an event. It was an experience. Especially after we visited the plantations, the next morning we went for like a recap meeting. And when people were sharing their feedback, literally, guys, I've never seen this. Literally, everybody in that room shedded a tear. Everybody, including me, guys, because it was so emotional to feel like, okay, these aloe vera that I've been talking about, I am here now on the ground. These are the aloe veras that has blessed my family. These are the aloe veras that have gone out to bless so many other people's family. It is amazing, guys. And I hope and pray you get to experience that one day. That one day you'll get to the core of forever. One day you'll get to feel what it is to be part of forever, like to the core of it. Now, let me go back to the business a little bit. So when you build your business with Forever, you are leaning on a company which is in over 140 countries right now around the world. And with over 140 countries, it means, number one, we are recognized by 140 governments around the world. But number two, let's talk business now. Number two, you have access to a global market right now, because now it's no longer about where you are. If you're in Namibia, you're not just going to build your business in Namibia. If you're in Zambia, not just Zambia. If you're in South Africa, not just South Africa. You could be anywhere and you can expand your business anywhere, guys. Anywhere, literally. You get to decide. If you love the UK, guess what Forever can offer you? It can offer you an opportunity to start building your business in the UK. And somewhere along down the line, you'll be going to the UK, not just for fun, but also attend your business. Isn't that incredible? I love Dubai. And I'm saying, whoa, why not? Why don't I expand and have a business in Dubai? So that when I go to Dubai, I go there to take care of my business, but I also go there to have some fun as well. And another amazing thing about Forever, I'll tell you why this is important. We are privately owned. That means the money that Forever makes, the profit that Forever makes, can be reinvested back into Forever and not outside Forever. If we were not privately owned, if Forever had, lots of shareholders out there, it means they would make a profit and they'll have to go pay those shareholders. That will definitely slow them down in investing back into the company. And that's why Forever does massive investments into manufacturing facilities, research and development. Can you believe every year, guys, they launch new products every year. For as long as I remember, since I joined 2007, every year there's a new product from Forever. And every new product that they launch, they've done research on them, tested on the products 3-4 years back. Can you imagine? 3-4 years running tests, giving, all of that. And then they come to launch them. We are about to go to an amazing event in Paris. And I know they'll be launching some new products there. So Forever is able to do all this because they are privately owned. But also being privately owned, it means they can pay us more. They can pay us more. And I'll tell you more about what exactly do I mean by they can pay us more. So all these 140 countries, they are there available for you. You have got products that touch every major industry in the world. If you talk about the supplements industry, this is booming right now. Skincare, it has been, it is, and it will always be a booming industry. But let's talk a little bit about this new industry that is coming up very, very strongly. The sports nutrition. People want to be fit right now. And we've got more people going to the gym now. We've got more people jogging in the streets. Why? Because they've understood the need for exercising. So if you can have products around that area, you've got a market waiting for you. Weight management. Now, this is the biggest and the fastest growing industry right now. It is also the biggest problem we have right now. And they're predicting by 2035, which is 10 years from now, 50% of the world's population will be overweight. Now, that is bad. That is bad. As a business person, I know every challenge is an opportunity. And here we are. We come in now with a solution. We've got programs that can help people with weight management, and Forever gives you access to all these high quality products that have been used by people just like you and me, and they've given people results that are definitely amazing. We have seen people losing the baby weight. You know, when women deliver, they'll always gain a bit of weight. You don't need to keep those weight. You can definitely lose them. And we've seen people losing that. We have seen men who are becoming uncles. Now they're going back to be looking like brothers. We've seen people that have actually used the products and got tremendous results. And some of them, the results are so big, almost intimidating. Like this guy here, Dustin. Can you believe, from this chubby look to 6 packs? I mean, who does that? And to get such a transformation, let me assure you, you need to be not just working out there. You also need to have the support of the right nutrition. And I know Dustin is one of our largest consumers of our products, especially products around fitness. He is definitely, I can say, a beast on that area. Kudos to him. And you know what, the crazy thing, at some point, me and him were almost the same. And now he has left me so far. And I look at him and I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot catch up with you, my man. You are way ahead now. I cannot be where you are. And I understand that. Even sometimes when I meet people and I introduce people to the business, they sometimes tell me, Enos, you are so ahead. I can never catch up with you. I can never get to where you are. And my answer to them is always the same. Always the same. My answer to them is, you don't have to catch up with me. You have to catch up with your dreams. You have to catch up with your goals. So everything that we are showing you here today, let it be an inspiration and not something for you to go and chase. No, let it be an inspiration that, you know what? If someone can build a house with this business, I can get out of debt. If someone can buy a car with this business, I can take my kids to the school of my choice, guys. If someone can buy a car with this business, then maybe I can give my mother that vacation that I've always wanted. Maybe one day I'll take my mom to Dubai. If someone can build a house with this business, you get to decide. So you have got access to quality products. The market is there big, and we give you a platform. And the way we run our business is different. This is the way normal businesses run. A product will come from the manufacturer. It will go to the distributor, to the wholesaler, to the retailer, and then the end user. This is how most businesses run. But Forever does not run that way. It doesn't run that way. The way we run the business is different. We use a network marketing model. And what we do in network marketing is you buy the products directly from the company, and then you sell to the consumers, to the end users, to the customers. And I know once you mention sell, for some of you, you are freaking out right now. Like, Enos, did you just say sell? Do you know how much I fear selling? There are even people who hate salespeople, and you're thinking, Enos, where will I get these customers? I'm already busy. I don't have time. Do I need to move around? Do I need to knock in people's doors? I mean, do I need to open a shop somewhere? No, you don't need to do none of those. And we'll show you how you can generate customers from 2 main areas. Number 1, the people you know. Number 2, people you don't know. Yeah, I just say that. People you know and people you do not know. I know we were raised from kids. We have always been told by our moms and our elders and our aunts that, hey, never speak to strangers. Never speak to strangers. Strangers are dangerous. They can steal you. Never speak. And we've been raised like that. And here we are. I'm some guy. You're watching me on Zoom, and I'm telling you, I'll show you how you can generate customers from strangers. I know there's a friction right now in your mind. There's a battle right now between what you have been taught by your parents and elders since you are young and what I'm telling you right now. But here's the fact. To achieve success in any business, especially our business, you need to learn, but also you need to unlearn some of the things. And we'll make it easy for you. We'll show you how you can be able to generate customers even with people that you don't know. And the profit, guys, it's beautiful. 42% to 92% profit for every product that you sell. And that's why That's why we've got people that have done amazing things by just retailing these products. This young gentleman, he didn't manage to go to school that much. He ended at Form 4 level, and he started doing some petty jobs here and there, doing these day-to-day kind of jobs, trying to make ends meet. He was selling SIM cards in the streets, and then somewhere along the way, he met Forever. He was introduced to Forever. He loved the business, but his fear was, where will I get customers? And he was shown how now he can use Instagram to build his customer base. So he went straight online. He could not sell to his friends. He could not sell to his colleagues or wherever. No. He managed to sell to people that he doesn't know online, guys. This one in US dollars, we are talking about 500 probably US dollars a month. $500 US dollars, not Namibian dollars, 500 US dollars a month only in your account every month online. Who would like an extra $500 here? That's $6,000 a year. With $6,000 a year, are you not out of debts? With $6,000 a year, are you not taking your kids to a better school? Maybe you've got an unfinished house. $6,000 can sort that one without a doubt. And Venus had a goal. He had a goal that made him very disciplined. He saved his money very nicely. And he had a very serious goal that he wanted to help his mom, this mom that was living on that not so good house. And with the money that he made in Forever, they came together with his brother and they managed to build a house for the mom. And that house was done within just 3 months. The house was totally finished. Now, what would you do with an extra $500 a month? Where are you going to take it? What is it in your life right now which is paining you? What is it that you hate right now? There are those things that we wish for, and then there are those things that we hate. And sometimes they're even small things. It could be you simply hate your TV, just a TV, but you hate it. Maybe you hate your sitting room. Maybe you hate the car, or maybe you hate the fact that you don't have a car. Maybe there are things right now that when you think about them, you're like, if I could change that one this year, I will breathe better. You won't be walking on air like I'm the multi-millionaire, I'm super successful. No. I'll just breathe better. Can $500 a month on top of your salary, on top of your income, can it make you breathe a little bit better? I bet it can. I bet it can, without a doubt. And it doesn't end there. You can choose to go further. You can choose to go bigger. We've got people that joined Forever as employees. They started part-time and they're still part-time up to today, and they're making good income. This lady, Teresia, she's doing fantastic. Her first year in the business, she managed to save about 4,000 US dollars. She bought her first car on her second year in the business. Almost 100% just from the profits of retailing these products, guys. If she can do it, you can do it. We've got young ladies, young, smart ladies that said, you know what? As much as I'm a student, I'm going to start working and making money. And she has been making her own money on monthly basis. She's selling her products online, and every month she would make a profit somewhere between $400 to $500. These are the kind of profits that you expect when you're retailing the products online on monthly basis. Last year, she bought her first car at the age of 26. There are not so many 26-year-old graduates that are buying their own cars. Not so many ladies can be able to achieve that. Not so many gentlemen can be able to achieve that. And thinking about such an achievement, this is not like multi-millions or whatever. This is not like a people's dream car. No. But I can tell you, she's happier. I know her. I know how she used to post on her Instagram and how she's posting now. You can tell this person is happier now. This person is feeling much more fulfilled right now. It took her buying the car. We have got amazing people. Selma, she's in Namibia. She built that house, working the business part-time, guys, part-time in the business. She's still part-time in the business. And she built that house 100% with the profit that she was making from Forever. Part-time. Who wouldn't like to own a house? Part-time income. It can get you there. Now, apart from just marketing and selling the products, you've got a second income that Forever opens up for you. Because Forever knows on your own, you cannot reach out to all the customers. So for them, as a company, in order for them to get more customers, they need more distributors. So they give you an opportunity to bring in more people, that can also go and get the products to the customers, retail more. And this is what's going to happen now. If you are in the business, you join the business, you bring in people into the business. Why do you bring people into the business? Number one, you cannot finish all the products at Forever Max. Number two, the market is big enough. It's actually too big for you. You cannot finish everybody online. So everybody that you brings in, they will be registered through your name. And when they buy something from Forever, you earn a commission out of that. You earn a percentage out of that. And that commission starts from 25% to actually 48%. Now, let me take you back to financial freedom a little bit. When you start retailing these products, it means that money you're making there, it can help you become comfortable so that, if water was already here, now you can start to breathe easier retailing the products. When you start to retail the products, you can start to make an extra income to build your security. So you have that buffer just in case something goes wrong. Now, if you want to get to financial freedom where you can earn not 100% from your effort, then you got to build a team. That is if you want. And you have a choice, my friend. I chose to use Forever to its maximum. I didn't want to leave anything behind. And I said, if Forever can give me financial freedom, if Forever can give me residual income, I'm going for it. So I also started to build a team. When you start to build a team, it means now you are earning not from your effort, but from the effort of people that you have brought into the business. We are 500 plus people, and I'm seeing lots of messages. We are so sorry. Our meeting is maxed out at 500, and we apologize. If we didn't plan this better, we could have put a YouTube link so that people can view it on YouTube live, but of course it's recorded. They'll see it on YouTube. So the point I'm making is these 500 of you, maybe 3 or 4 of you, I personally invited to this meeting. The rest of you, somebody else invited you. And that's the power. Now we've got 500 people learning this opportunity. Now, when you bring in people to the business, they will also go and bring other people. Now, this whole team here is part of your business. This whole team here, you get to earn from that, which is just amazing. Now, there comes the question, Enos. I love the concept and I want to have people, I want to have a team, but where do I get these people, Enos? I don't see anybody around me that can actually join my business. Where can I get these people? We will show you how you can get people from the people you know and people you don't know. Let me tell you about this amazing young gentleman from Zambia who joined the business while he was still a student, second year. He joined the business when he was still a student. Now he's doing amazing. But let me tell you something amazing about this guy. This guy was introduced to the business. It's called Humphrey. He was introduced to the business by a stranger who inboxed him, a stranger who said, hello, Humphrey, great to connect with you. I'm expanding my business. I know we probably know each other, but are you open to take a look? And he replied, hello, Zaninka. Sorry for replying. I'm ready to take a look. They exchanged contacts, and later on, Humphrey joined the business, and Humphrey now is successful. And the person that introduced Humphrey is also, getting success from the success of Humphrey. So we are in a business whereby we become successful by helping other people to become successful. Out there, you become successful by diminishing other people. Here you grow by helping other people grow. So when I'm talking about Humphrey, super happy with what he's doing. Right now, Humphrey in Zambia is one of the fastest growing young men, not just young men, one of the fastest growing Forever business owners that we have in Zambia right now. But he was introduced by this amazing lady from Tanzania. And this lady from Tanzania, sitting on her phone, chatting with people, she got in touch with Humphrey, and Humphrey said, yes, I'm going to join the business. Humphrey joined the business, and today, the rest is history. Humphrey went on to continue learning from the coach. He has managed to achieve a number of things. Right now, he looks at his life and is like, wow, I'm a transformed person right now. He comes a long way, and now as a young person, he's getting to experience a lifestyle which is totally amazing. Not just the luxury and the fun, but just being able to be around like-minded people who are chasing success, to be able to be coached by people who are successful, and also to coach other people, it does something to you. It does something to you. And this is someone that got the opportunity from a stranger. And I bet there are some of you in this meeting, and whoever that invited you here, maybe you were invited here by a total stranger. You could be the next Humphrey as well. You could be the one day flying around to different countries because of Forever. Can you imagine? What if Humphrey ignored that message from Zaninka? What if he ignored that message? But even better, what if Zaninka did not take the phone and send a message to Humphrey? Can you imagine that? That's the power you have right now. So if you are right now in your mind, contemplating and asking yourself, can I get people? Where will I get people to join the business? Oh my God, you have got the whole world here in your hands, guys. The whole world is here in your hands. You get to decide how far you want to go, how big you want to go. And personally, I get so excited when I talk about Forever, because almost everybody that I mention here, I've seen that person joining, and I've seen that person achieving massive success. This is me here, guys, posing with the Gen Zs. When I'm with the Gen Zs, I look like a Gen Z as well. I don't like to be left behind, guys. So maybe 6 packs are loading as well. You decide. And I love the flexibility in building our business. So if right now you are like, okay, Enos, I'm loving what is happening here, but will I get the time to do it? No, it's a very flexible business. And if you love technology, we'll show you how you can do 2 things. Very simple. Go online. You have access to literally thousands of people. Bring those people offline. We can bring them to Zoom. We present the business to them on Zoom. They love the business. They join. You are with them on a WhatsApp group. You support them and they grow. And this is something that people are doing right now. We have another lady who right now, as I'm speaking right now, this lady called Miriam, right now she's in Zambia, but she's a Tanzanian. And she was building her business from her bedroom. When I say from her bedroom, it's literally from her bedroom. Like, we live in the same city, Dar es Salaam, but I would hardly meet her. I used to see her once a month when we are having our big leadership meeting. That's when she'll come out of her bedroom. The rest of the time, she's in her bedroom, running her business. So I'm imagining, if you're a mother right now, wouldn't you want to have such a flexibility where you can prepare your kids, they go to school, and then you go to your beautiful bedroom, work the business on your bedroom, build your business on your bedroom, and let it fly. And then one day you'll start to travel around the world. We've got another lady from Tanzania building the business again from our bedroom. Started to expand to Namibia, and she has managed now to build a team in Namibia. She has got people in Namibia that are already moving up our marketing plan. And I know she just came back from Namibia last week, where she was there working physically almost a month, but she started online. And I love these possibilities, guys. So if you are looking for a way to be in a business which is scalable, because most businesses out there, they are not scalable, guys. You start and that's all you got to do. You end there. But Forever, you can scale it up. And we'll show you how you can start to grow different levels. Will you start at an assistant supervisor level? This is the lowest level, which will give you the smallest, which is still amazing profit, 42%. Everybody you bring in, you get 25%. And then we'll show you how you can grow to manager. When you get to manager, you have opened up the full benefits of Forever. The whole world of Forever has just opened up for you. Number 1, profit shoots to 92%. Number 2, everybody that you recruit, your commission shoots to 48%. You know what 48% means? If someone comes in with $100, you get $48. If someone comes in with $1,000, you get $480. Massive commissions we get paid. And we have people that have gone through that and they've built amazing businesses. We've got youngsters that are now driving their own cars. I mean, every person here is an amazing story. If you just pick one story here and you talk about it, is enough to get anybody inspired to be part of this business, And I love what Forever is doing. One story creates another story and another story. And we've got people from all over the world that are right now driving their own cars because of Forever. But as I said, not everybody wants to buy a car. Maybe right now you've got some other pressing needs. We've got Lydia here who started to buy a freezer and then she went on to buy a phone for the mom. And then she started to qualify for some free travelings. Did you hear that, guys? Free travelings. Yep, we offer free travelings every year. You have an opportunity to qualify for at least 3 fully paid trips. 3 fully paid trips. That's what's going to be about your life. And this is Lydia. I don't remember how long she was in the business by then, but maybe hardly 1 year, maybe. So when we talk about travel, don't think you'll start to travel after 10 years. No. 1 year plus in the business, you start traveling, you start to feel, the thrill of being recognized on stage, the thrill of being in front of 1,000 people where you have people from different countries that are congratulating you for the amazing work you have done. And you start to grow one level after another. I saw Lydia from buying a freezer to a phone to now owning her own car. She's now driving her own car. And yes, this is probably not a car that's in your dream board, but if you're not driving now, you start with what you can start with. And then one day you'll have your dream cars. One day, the cars that are in your dream board, right now, you can have them. By the way, I just forgot to add a very important picture here. One of our leaders in the business just bought a Mercedes G-Wagon. A Mercedes G-Wagon. And we're having a nice discussion about which one is better between a Mercedes G-Wagon and a Range Rover Vogue. Can you help me, please? Can you put on the chat, if you had to choose between a Mercedes G-Wagon and a Range Rover Vogue, which one would you choose? Now, I know, ladies, that is like Chinese to you. You're like, G-Wagon, you'd have needed to see the picture. I'm sorry, but there's no picture. But you see, you're around people that are achieving amazing things, and that makes it to be incredible. That amazing house that you want, you can own it. Why are you all choosing G-Wagon, guys? I don't like this. Oh my God. I'm never getting on this debate again. Yeah, I'm never getting on this debate again. All in all, guys, it's amazing to see people that you're doing the business with, achieving things that we thought they're for celebrities, achieving things that we thought they're for people who are coming from wealthy families, from well-off families. And here we see ordinary people smashing them. I mean, I've seen how ordinary people around me smashing big things. I've seen Blandina. I studied with her. As a matter of fact, I introduced her to Forever 2007 and she said no. I met her again 2009. She said, I'm in. She got in after delaying, after saying no for 2 years. She got in 2009. And in 5 years, oh my God, you could not recognize her life. In 5 years, she was driving her brand new 0-kilometer dream car, Jeep Cherokee. She didn't start brand new. She started with a Toyota Harrier. You got to start somewhere, guys. And it's okay to start with something not dreamish, And now she's one of the biggest investors that we have in the business. Here she was being recognized she was among 43 Tanzanians, 43 Tanzanians that managed to own an apartment on that building. That building there is on one of the most expensive streets in Dar es Salaam. And she has rented out that apartment. You want to know the rent she's collecting? $2,500 US on monthly basis. $2,500 rent, guys. Now, talk about making money without you having to work. Do you think she needs to work to get paid the rent? No. She already did it. She made the investment. But then comes the question, where will you get the money to put in the investment? Then comes the answer here from Forever. I'm looking at all these G-Wagon people here that are choosing G-Wagon. Maybe if you're confusing Range Rover Vogue with Toyota Prado, maybe you're confusing that. I've seen incredible people, going for things that they never thought would be possible. Let me tell you about this other young, brilliant, amazing leader called Veronica. She joined the business and she wanted to quit. Her first 2 weeks in the business, she wanted to quit. 2 weeks in the business, she wanted to quit, guys. And here she is. That video you're seeing there, it's her addressing 20,000 people in a Forever Global event last year. 20,000. And she was given an opportunity to talk to them, to train them, to share her experience as among the people that were recognized for a very prestigious position called Sapphire Manager. And there were only 17 people worldwide, only 17 people. She was among the 17, and she was the only one given the opportunity to speak, to share her story so she can inspire other people. Why am I sharing this story? This is not a story about Vero. Yes, it's a story about Vero, but this is a story about you. The one same business that you might fear, the same business that you might get in, and in your first week, you might feel like, this is not working. This is not for me. If you can hold on, one day you will be living a life beyond your wildest imaginations. I do not know if Vero had the dreams of saying, one day I want to talk to 20,000 people back in the years when she got started. And that's why I'm with Forever. I can tell you, you will even achieve things that you did not believe. It doesn't matter what you believe. What matters is what you do. But then the question comes, did Vero transform on her own? No. We have a support structure. There are people around her that kept her going. And that's what makes Forever amazing. You'll have people around you that will keep you going. Now, let me brag a little bit, guys. Let me brag a little bit. Not really brag, but let me bring a very important point here, guys. Every success that you're seeing, everyone that you're seeing here successful, did not achieve success because of maybe when they joined or anything, but it's because of what is written here. And I want to read out this disclaimer. Individual results may vary. Yes, join the business, but your results will vary. And vary could be bigger, it could be less. Your results will vary. Forever makes no guarantee on income or success. Your success, I love this part. Your success depends on your effort, commitment, skill, and leadership abilities and how you exercise those qualities. So it's not about who you are today. It's about, are you ready to learn? It's about, are you ready to put in the time? Are you ready to work? That's what it's all about. It's not about when are you joining. It's about what do you do when you join. That's what will tell whether you're going to achieve massive success or not. This was 2015. After we had built the business for 7 years, the amount of business that we did on our 7th year, 2014, it was big enough to get us to a point where we can share profit with the company. So in 2015, we were invited to Singapore on stage, and we were given this massive, unbelievable check that was put into our account. This money was deposited into our account after 7 years of work, after 7 years of focus. And 7 years might be a lot, but I can tell you, 7 years can pass just like this. And you may look back and realize you haven't built something concrete. You haven't done that much. So I love what Forever can do to each and every one of us here. If it's investments, you will achieve the investments. We have personally seen how Forever has managed to make us achieve a lot of our goals, from those small goals to the big goals, to owning properties, to driving our dream car. All that became possible because 2007, we said yes to this opportunity. Now, to top it off, life is to be lived. And they say, if you don't travel, it's like someone who is reading a book and they've only read the first page and that's it. Forever will give you an opportunity to travel. Every year, we have got an opportunity to travel. And you have that chance to travel with us. This was last year in September, where we were taken to Europe, and then we were given an opportunity to cruise, to be on a cruise ship. And I had never been on a cruise ship before. Never, ever been on a cruise ship before. And this was my first time to be on a cruise ship. It was incredible. And I want to talk a little bit about this lady here called Tia Andreas. Tia joined the business, and I think, if my memory is correct, this was her first year in the business. She joined the business. On that same year that she joined the business, she was given a free ticket to go to Europe. She was given that opportunity to be in Europe and to experience the cruise ship. Can you imagine that? You join the business, and in your first year, you get to experience that. You get to an event where you're going to meet people from all over Africa and all over the world. And she was among those. And right now, I know her business is on fire. She is on a different level right now in her business. One of the fastest growing people that we have right now. Every year, we've got the opportunities to travel. And every trip we make, someone's life gets transformed. Every trip we make. This trip of Europe, we had this young man called Wilbert, young gentleman called Wilbert, who took his mom as his companion, because every time you qualify for a trip with Forever, you have an opportunity to choose whoever that you want to go with. You go with them. And he picked his mom. He went with his mom. His mom had never been on a plane before. This was the first time the mom is getting on a plane, and her first plane is Emirates. Talk about that, not Auric Air or Flight Link. She starts with Emirates, you know, all the way to Europe. They went to the Netherlands, they went to Belgium. It was simply incredible. So if you ask me, forever is way beyond what you will experience. It's also about how you can make the people you love experience a life like no other. And we have seen how young people have managed to live an amazing lifestyle. You know, I look at this good friend of mine, Said. You know, he loves lifestyle. He loves living a good life. He loves having fun. And whenever I watch this video, it reminds me of those memes of people that did not have fun until when they were too old. And then they see them in these gondolas, they call them gondolas, and they're sleeping. You know that an old couple, there's like picture of an old couple that was on that one, and the couple was just sleeping because they're too old. And here we have young people that are living a celebrity lifestyle, guys. And if you ask me, guys, this is life. This is life. And every second that's passing, that's life, guys. It is going just like that. TikTok. And if you can maximize it, then why not? Why not maximize it? And if it's possible for them, why not you? We're just getting ready right now to Paris, literally counting 16 days to go. 29th, we'll be off to Paris. Just about 2 weeks, we're off to Paris. And why not? You have an opportunity to be there. Not this one, but on the next one. Paris is gone, but next one we're going to Dubai. And when we go to Dubai, maybe you can be amongst the people that we'll be with in Dubai. And you have a chance to be there with us. Contact the person that invited you here and ask them, how can I qualify for the trip to Dubai? Because you can do it. And everything we've talked about is important, but I can tell you the best and the most important testimony we've not talked about. And the best and the most important testimony is the next one. And this next testimony is not of anybody else, but it's of you. One day it will be you. One day we'll be talking about your success. And I can tell you, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be willing. You don't need to have it all figured out. No. Start small and consistently, slowly, one step at a time, you'll grow big. You will not have all your answers, all your questions answered, today. You will not. You just have to have the courage to take that first step. And you can never know how far that will go. But as long as we've got mentorship and we've got a system to support you on every step, you'll never wake up and not know where to take that second step. So take that first step and decide what's next for you. You have 3 choices right now. Either you can choose to be a consumer and start to enjoy the product so that you experience amazing health. Or you can say, you know what? I'm going to join the business. I want to earn that part-time income. I'm not thinking about going full-time. I just want to add that extra security in my life. I just want to have that extra $500 to $1,000 a month. I just want to add that, or even more. You can say, you know what? I'm going to start part-time, but I want to go all in and I want to build something big. Whatever it is that you want to do, we welcome you. We welcome you to this family and we invite you to start building your legacy with us. And in closing, I want to remind you that, you know what? You're not alone. You're not alone. You're with everybody else that you're seeing there. You're not going to be alone on this journey. You have us. We'll support you. We'll coach you. And I want to tell you, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be tough. You will sweat. You'll face challenges. You'll even cry some days. When you are doing something important, you can even cry someday. But the fact that we will be with you, the fact that we'll be taking the steps with you, that should give you the courage and the reason to say, you know what, I will take that first step, even if I don't have it all figured out. All these thousands of people, they cannot be wrong. And if they are ready to support, if they are ready to be with you on your journey, if they are ready to walk with you on your journey, then why not? So amazing people, my dear brothers and sisters, I want to invite you to be part of this family. And it was a great honor and a privilege for me to share this evening with all of you here. And I want to say, may God bless you in the decision that you're going to make. This decision you're making this evening is not just a decision of whether I'm joining forever or not. It's a decision whether I'm going to start a new adventure in my life. Is where I'm going to change the direction of my life or not. Is whether I'm going to change my life from today or not. So thank you all so very much. From the bottom of my heart, I wish you great success. And I wish you the courage to get started. Thank you so much, and see you at work. You can contact the person that invited you here. If you are on this meeting up to this point, it confirms that you have qualified to be coached by one of our experienced mentors, and they will reach out to you and they will show you how you can be part of this family. So thank you all so very much, and I wish you all great success. See you at work. Maybe see you in Dubai. Who knows? Thank you so much.